Picture this. You're standing on the edge of diving into the business or career of your dreams, but the fear of falling short has you frozen in place. Or imagine you're about to take that leap, ready to elevate a relationship to its next chapter, yet the fear of a misstep clouds your heart. It's in these pivotal moments, at the crossroads of passion and fear, that we find our true mettle. Today, we're not just talking strategies. We're delving into the soulful art of Stoicism, a beacon for the modern warrior within, teaching us to wield our fears as weapons, not shackles. Join me as we discover how to transform the very fear of failure into the foundation of our greatest achievements and deepest connections. Here are 7 ways to overcome the fear of failure. 1. Embrace the mess. In the grand tapestry of life, each thread of failure is intertwined with the potential for growth. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This is the heartbeat of Stoicism, and it's a call to action for each of us facing the fear of failure. Imagine, if you will, a time you stumbled at work, perhaps missing a crucial deadline that you thought would be the end of your career. Instead, it opened doors to unforeseen opportunities. The setback forced you to reevaluate, to innovate, and ultimately to thrive in ways you had never imagined. It was not the mistake that defined the outcome, but the response to it. So, I challenge you, embrace the mess. Set goals that push you just beyond the comfort zone of "I know I can do this" into the territory of "I believe I can achieve this." Celebrate every step forward, every lesson learned, not just the victories. Remember, perfection is not the goal, growth is. By embracing our imperfections and viewing each setback as a stepping stone, we forge a path of resilience, courage, and ultimately, success. 2. Play to your strengths. In our journey through life's unpredictable currents, the Stoic wisdom lights our way, teaching us a vital lesson. Our true power lies in our actions and attitudes, not in the chaos of the world around us. Epictetus once eloquently stated, "We are not disturbed by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens." This insight is the cornerstone of playing to our strengths. Take, for instance, the story of an athlete, celebrated and revered, whose career was abruptly derailed by an injury. The external validation he had grown accustomed to evaporated in an instant. But rather than drowning in what he could no longer control, he focused his energy on his recovery, his mindset, his internal compass guiding him back to glory. His return to the sport was not just a comeback, it was a triumph of personal will over external circumstance. So, how do we apply this in our own lives? It starts by recognizing the boundary between the world we can influence and the one we must accept. From the stress of our jobs to the passion projects we nurture in the quiet hours, and even within the complex dynamics of family life, we find our strength. We set our own benchmarks, defining success on our own terms, not by the yardstick of the world. We invest time and heart in growing, learning, perfecting our craft, because it's in this personal progress that true satisfaction is found. And when the storm rages, as it inevitably will, we remind ourselves of our resilience, the capacity to face each challenge with patience and determination. This isn't just playing to our strengths. It's about recognizing that our response to adversity is the most powerful choice we have. 3. Learn from every loss. In the grand narrative of life, every misstep, every stumble holds the potential for profound learning. Stoicism, with its timeless wisdom, teaches us that failure is not a pitfall, but a teacher of unmatched value. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "No man was ever wise by chance." It's through our interactions with failure that wisdom is forged. Consider Thomas Edison's journey to invent the light bulb. His quest was fraught with thousands of failures, each one teaching him not how to fail again, but guiding him closer to success. His persistence in the face of repeated setbacks is a testament to the Stoic belief that we must learn from every loss. The action plan: begin a practice of failure journaling. After each setback, take a moment to reflect and write down what happened, why it might have happened, and what can be learned from it. This habit transforms every failure into a stepping stone towards success. By actively seeking the lessons in each loss, we prepare ourselves to face future challenges with a stronger, wiser, and more resilient mindset. This is not just about overcoming fear of failure. It's about embracing it as a catalyst for growth and transformation. 4. Prepare for rainy days. In the theater of life, Stoicism teaches us a rehearsal technique for our fears: negative visualization. It sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it? Yet, by contemplating the worst-case scenarios, we diminish their power over us. This practice, deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, arms us with resilience and prepares us for the inevitable storms. Seneca advised, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." By facing our fears in the mind's eye, we often find they're not as insurmountable as we feared. Imagine you're terrified of public speaking. Through negative visualization, you picture the scenario in vivid detail: the crowd, the potential stumbles, the critical eyes. But then you go a step further. You visualize handling those stumbles gracefully, learning from the experience, growing in confidence. This mental rehearsal reduces the fear's novelty and intensity, making the actual event more manageable. Here's a simple action plan. Select a fear, perhaps the dread of financial insecurity. Regularly dedicate time to visualize facing this fear head-on, and imagine navigating through it successfully. This guided visualization exercise not only prepares you for potential challenges, but also boosts your confidence in overcoming them, reinforcing the Stoic principle that we can control our reactions, if not our circumstances. 5. Keep leveling up. In the pursuit of growth, Stoicism hands us a map and a compass, guiding us towards a truth as old as time itself. True growth happens just beyond the edges of our comfort zones. Ryan Holiday, echoing the ancient Stoics, famously wrote, "The obstacle is the way." This isn't just a slogan, it's a strategy for living. Consider the story of J.K. Rowling, who before becoming the world-renowned author of the Harry Potter series, faced rejection after rejection. Each no could have been a sign to stop, to retreat back to the safety of the familiar. Instead, she saw each rejection not as a barrier, but as a stepping stone, propelling her forward towards her dreams. Inspired by this, I challenge you to a 30-day comfort zone escape challenge. Pick one thing that you've been avoiding due to fear. Maybe it's public speaking, starting a blog, or even learning a new skill. Commit to taking a small step each day for the next 30 days towards overcoming this fear. This isn't about achieving perfection, it's about progress. It's about turning the obstacle into your path and transforming fear into action. Let's level up, not tomorrow, but today. 6. You are more than your wins and losses. In the grand narrative of life, it's easy to measure our worth by the external milestones of success and failure. Yet, Stoicism offers us a profound reminder. Our true value lies not in the accolades we accumulate, but in the virtues we embody. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, counseled, "Just that you do the right thing, the rest doesn't matter." It's a call to anchor our self-esteem in who we are, not what we achieve. The danger in tying our self-worth solely to achievements is that we ride an emotional roller coaster, elated by success and devastated by failure. This perspective is not only unstable, but deeply unfulfilling. We are far more than the sum of our wins and losses. So, how do we shift this perspective? Begin by identifying your core values. What virtues do you admire? Is it integrity, courage, compassion, or perhaps resilience? Once identified, reflect daily on actions you've taken that align with these virtues, irrespective of their external success. This practice of recognizing and valuing our internal qualities over external achievements fosters a more stable and fulfilling sense of self-worth. Embrace this Stoic strategy to redefine your self-esteem. Remember, your true worth is inherent in your character, not just in the visible markers of success. 7. Count your blessings and cut yourself some slack. In our quest to overcome the fear of failure, Stoicism enlightens us with two powerful tools: gratitude and self-compassion. Seneca once said, "A happy life is one which is in accordance with its own nature." It's a reminder that contentment doesn't stem from relentless pursuit and achievement, but from appreciating what we have and being kind to ourselves along the way. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to the abundance that surrounds us. It's about recognizing the value in every experience, the lessons in every setback, and the joy in the simple things. To weave this into the fabric of your life, start a gratitude journal. Each night, jot down 3 things you're grateful for. They can be as grand as a life-changing achievement or as simple as a moment of laughter shared with a loved one. Equally important is the practice of self-compassion. It's easy to be our own harshest critics, especially in the face of failure. But what if we treated ourselves with the same kindness we would offer a friend? Begin by crafting a self-compassion mantra, something you can repeat in moments of doubt or disappointment. It could be as simple as, "I am doing my best, and that is enough." By embracing gratitude and self-compassion, we not only overcome the fear of failure, but also cultivate a deeper, more fulfilling relationship with ourselves and the world around us. This journey towards Stoic resilience is paved with the gentle reminder to count our blessings and cut ourselves some slack. Stoicism, at its heart, isn't about silencing our emotions or facing challenges with a stiff upper lip. It's about embracing our innate ability to adapt, learn, and evolve through every twist and turn of life. This ancient wisdom teaches us that our greatest victories lie not in the battles we avoid, but in those we face head-on, armed with resilience and a growth mindset. Now, I turn to you. Share your journey of overcoming fear, how you've wrestled with failure, and how Stoic principles have guided you to a place of strength and wisdom. Let's build a community where growth is fueled not by the fear of falling, but by the courage to rise. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If this message resonated with you, like, subscribe, and join us as we explore more Stoic wisdom to fuel our personal growth. Remember, every step forward is a step toward mastering ourselves and our lives.